Okay, we're just going to compare the two processors, the 2500K and the 3570K, so the Sandy bridge and the Ivy bridge. And on my left here is going to be the 2500K. Okay, and they are both clocked at 4.8. And on the right is, there it is, it's the i5-3570k. So basically I'm doing nothing more, just run a quick Cinebench test, and then you can sort of get an idea the differences between the two. Let's see if I can click them both at the same time here. Okay, and on the right, the Ivy stopped a little, or ended a little quicker. That's at 7.99, and on the left, 2500K, it's at 7.73, and that's the 2500. And again, both these are clocked at 4.8. And there you go. Okay. Here's the Cinebench test results for the 2500K, which will be on the left, the Sandy bridge, versus the 3570K, the Ivy bridge, which will be in green on the right. As you can see, I kept the clocks at stock, and then you can see them gone the way down where I overclocked them, and then the Cinebench test results. And this way you can get sort of an idea where it's at. I think in the video it scored a little bit higher, like at 4.8, but it's roughly right in that ballpark is where it's at. So. Okay, on my right here is the 2500K, and on my left, which would be your right, is going to be the new Ivy bridge, the 3570K. Which one do you get? It's up to you. I would say if you were overclocked at 4.8 and higher, I would grab the Sandy bridge or stick with that. If you're stock or just a medium overclocker, grab a hold of the Ivy because it's a real strong processor. As you can see on the test, it outperforms it if you're clock per clock. But understanding that if you overclock, you can for sure overclock the Sandy bridge farther than you can the 22 nanometer processors, the Ivy. So the last test I did, the 3770K and the 2700K, if you watch that one, it's about the same thing. They're very close in price, $10 to $20 in price, and other than that, if you're an extreme overclocker, and when I shouldn't say extreme, someone that just overclocks with, say, an H100 by Corsair and gets it up to 5.0, 5.2, 5.4, stick with the good old Sandy bridge. Other than that, if you're gonna do just medium overclocking, hey, I run my rig at 4.4. Or 4.2, 4.0, grab the Ivy because you're going to get a little more performance out of it, and you're not spending that much more than the Sandy Bridge series. So I hope that helps out a little bit. I know people, when you see new processors come out, you're like, okay, well, which one should I get? It just depends on you, what your needs are and what your desires are. So when it comes to video, understand I got people asking me on the last video about testing them. It just depends if it's CPU intensive, meaning say 3D Mark 11 is going to have a little bit of CPU in it. Well, having a little bit of CPU in it, if these both are clocked with the same video card, this is going to outperform it just by a little bit. It'll have a little better CPU number in it. But if you go the route of, say, Heaven's Bench, and you're testing on that, it basically does the video card. It's not going to mess with the processor at all. So as long as you have a strong processor, as long as you have the same video card, you're going to get the same results. So other than that, it really depends where you have it overclocked. If you're extreme, extreme like liquid, helium, nitrogen, grab a hold of the Ivy because you're going to really be able to push it far. But if you're extreme cooling, you're negatives, okay? But if you're just using a water cooler or even a high-end air cooler, you know, you're roughly only going to get about 4.8 out of this. You can boot in at 5.0, do maybe a couple little tests with the Ivy, but the Sandy Bridge is where you're going to be able to go a little bit higher than that. So it really just depends where you're clocked at. So I hope that helps somebody out there, and we'll talk to you later.